Shalom, my dear brothers and sisters in Messiah Yeshua. I, Jonathan, called to be an apostle of Messiah Yeshua, am thrilled to share with you my personal testimony of perseverance, patience, and triumph in my Shiba Inu investment. As I look back on my journey, I'm reminded of the countless times I claimed the promise of Deuteronomy 28, 1-14, which speak of the blessings that come from those who obey Yahweh's commandments. I would often pray and declare, Yahweh, thank you for setting me high above all the nations of the earth. I thank you for blessing me with abundance in all areas of my life, that I may lack no good thing. I will claim the promise of being the head and not the tail, being above and not beneath. And I would lend to many nations, but I would never borrow. I remember one particular time when I was feeling discouraged and uncertain about my investment. The market was volatile and I was tempted to pull out and cut my losses. Obviously, because I bought high and sold low. Sometimes I did cut my losses, other times I didn't. But then I remembered the promise of Deuteronomy 28:13. Yahweh will make you the head and not the tail. You will always be on top, never at the bottom. If you obey the commands of Yahweh, your Elohim, that I am giving you today, and are careful to follow them. I prayed and declared this promise over my investment, and I felt a sense of peace and confidence wash over me. I decided to hold firm and trust in Yahweh's plan. Soon after, the market began to turn in my favor. And so that was my Shiba Inu investment, and that happened in 2024. See, I invested in 2021 at all-time highs, and obviously Yahweh gave me wisdom and guidance, and in 2024, I started to get in the green through wise investment decisions. I also claim the blessings of Abraham, as it is written in Genesis 12, 2-3, I will make you into a great nation and I will bless you. I will make your name great and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all the peoples of the earth will be blessed through you. And I would pray, thank you, Yahweh, for making me a blessing to others. I thank you for prospering me in all that I do and for making my name great in the eyes of others. So obviously the law says, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your being, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And so because I love my neighbor as myself, I wanted this blessing of this wealth transfer to benefit my neighbor. Whatever I can do, if I can help the poor, I'll bless them. If I can help a brother or sister, I'll bless them. If I can help one of my enemies, I will bless them. And that's why I believe Yahweh really blessed me, because my heart was to bless everybody that I came in contact with. Even at times, I'd go to the coffee shop, and what I'd do is I'd grab a guy who looks down on his luck and I'd say, hey, look, I'm shouting you that coffee. Get whatever you want, I'll pay for it. And he'd say, thank you so much, brother. And I'm like, that's okay. God loves you. I love you. I want to make Mount Druitt a better place. Furthermore, I claim the blessings of Ephesians 1:3, which speaks of the spiritual blessings that we have in Messiah Yeshua. I would pray, Yahweh, thank you for blessing me with every spiritual blessing in the heavenly places in Messiah Yeshua. I thank you for choosing me before the foundation of the world, that I should be holy and without blame before you in love. As I navigated the complexities of the market, I realized that patience and wisdom were essential in making informed decisions. I would often pray for wisdom, asking Yahweh to give me discernment and understanding of market trends. I would seek his guidance, asking him to reveal to me the secrets of the market. And by the way, he did. and to give me wisdom to make wise investment decisions. As it is written in Romans 5:3-5, we also glory in our sufferings because we know that our suffering produces perseverance, and perseverance character, and character hope. And hope does not put to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Ruach HaKodesh who has been given to us. I knew that my patience and perseverance would ultimately lead to a hope and a bountiful harvest. So when I was in the red, I was always tempted to cut my losses and try again. And what I would have been doing is I would have been doing exactly what a lot of people would be doing today. They buy, the price drops, they sell. They rebuy back in, the price drops, they sell. And what happens is they keep leaving money on the table. What they do is they give their money to whales and other investors. So what they do is when you cut your losses, you're actually losing money. And you're giving it to, say, the house, so to speak. And so Yahweh really disciplined me, and he basically told me, stop cutting your losses. And he led me to a Fortune 500 marketer that was able to really give me the information that I need. So not only did I have Fortune 500 market experience and knowledge, right? Obviously this guy was the best to ever do it. What happened was I ended up also using that mixed in with the prophetic, which made it a dangerous combination in the market. And I'm telling you now, I'm not bluffing. I'm financially free. The Lord has literally blessed me, and I say that with all confidence. And I don't say that as in boasting. I do boast in Yahweh and what he's done. But what I really want to say is, don't neglect being informed, right? You can still be informed and still be prophetic. What I do is I'm still informed and I'm still prophetic. What it does, it just adds another layer to my knowledge in the market. It just adds another layer. So when I have to make a wise investment decision, I can do that based on what I know. But I'll give all glory and all praise to Yahweh for this information, because he was the one that led me to all these people. So that's why I say, pray that Yahweh helps you make wise investment decisions and lead you to people that can help you. And also, when I was in the red, I had to be patient. I had to be very patient, and I was patient for 3 years. And then in 2024, the Lord blew my investment up. I recall the time when I was considering investing in a particular cryptocurrency, but I was unsure if it was the right decision. I prayed and sought Yahweh's guidance, and he gave me a dream that night. In the dream, I saw a vision of a ship sailing smoothly through calm waters. I heard a voice saying, "This investment will be a safe harbor for you." I took this as a sign from Yahweh that the investment was a wise decision. I proceeded to invest. The investment ended up being profitable, and I was grateful for Yahweh's guidance and wisdom. So when it came to my Shiba Inu investment, Yahweh gave me dreams and visions, as it is written, "For the vision is not yet for an appointed time. It hastens towards the goal, but it will not fail. Though it tarries, wait for it, for it will certainly come and will not delay." Habakkuk 2:3. I remember the days when the market was volatile and doubts crept in. I literally thought at some stages, man, I'm going to lose all my money. I remember when 3 Arrows Capital, Celsius, and FTX went down. My investment was so far in the red, I was thinking, man, that's a lot of money to lose. And I was losing so much money every single day that this market was on a downtrend. But I had to remember one thing, that Yahweh blesses everything that we put our hand to. That's how I knew I was going to be successful. Because when you keep the commandments of Yahweh, Yahweh will bless you and everything that you put your hand to. He promises. That's why I hold him to it. So I remember the days when the market was volatile and doubts crept in, but I did not waver. I held fast to the promise that my investment will yield a harvest of blessing. As it is written, let us not lose heart in doing good, for in due time we shall reap if we do not grow weary. Galatians 6:9. And as it says in James 2:4, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face various trials, because know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing. So obviously when I was going down in my investment, you know what I had to do? I had to be patient, even though every day in my portfolio was red, there was no green in sight. You know what it taught me? It taught me a very valuable lesson. Not to put my emotions in the market. Also, Yahweh taught me to keep my emotions out of the market. And that's why I didn't panic sell, paper hand, hop from investment to investment. Why? Because I knew that Yahweh's going to bless it. He's going to bless everything I put my hand to, and the same thing with you. If you're keeping the commandments of Yahweh, then He will bless everything that you put your hand to. Mark my words, His promises are toward us in Messiah are yes and amen. I recall the first time when I was facing a particularly challenging trial in my investment journey. The market was experiencing a significant downturn, and I was tempted to give up and sell my assets. But then I remembered the words of James 1:2-4, and I prayed, Yahweh, I thank you for this trial, knowing that this is an opportunity for my faith to be tested and for me to grow in perseverance. Help me to trust in you and wait patiently for your deliverance. And then I remembered the promise of Proverbs 11:25. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others themselves will be refreshed. I decided to take a step of faith and invest more in the market. Dollar cost averaging. Trusting that Yahweh will bless my generosity, and He did indeed. The market began to turn around and my investment started to flourish. Throughout the journey, I was surrounded by the noise of prophets, analysts, and various voices, each with their own predictions and opinions. But I did not rely on human wisdom alone. Instead, I sought the wisdom of Yahweh through Messiah Yeshua. It was my guide throughout this whole time. As it is written, trust in Yahweh with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. And as it says in 2 Corinthians 9:6-11, remember this, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. Whoever sows generously will reap generously. Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for Elohim loves a cheerful giver. And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. So obviously, I didn't just invest sparingly. I invested generously. I invested a generous amount. The reason why I invested a generous amount, because I knew if I sow into Shiba Inu sparingly, I'm only going to reap a little bit. If I sowed bountifully, generously, I'm going to reap generously. That's the law of sowing and reaping. So that's my testimony. So now I want to share with you a prophetic word that the Spirit gave me. So I feel in my spirit that I believe that this market pullback is not a sign of defeat, but rather a setup for a massive breakthrough. I feel in my spirit that this pullback will launch Shiba to 403. So 4030. I believe that we are on a cusp of a major move, and I urge you to stand firm in your faith and hold fast to your investment. I just want to say one thing. If you're in Shiba Inu, you can do whatever you want. This is not financial advice, but don't be afraid. Because you know what people do is they get afraid, they panic sell, or Shiba Inu hasn't hit 1 cent in my timing, and what they do is they lose heart. I'm looking at the comment section of other videos, and I'm seeing people getting weary, people getting tired. Let me just give you a quick testimony. I was in the markets for 3 years before I saw any significant gains. I hardly saw any gains. In fact, all I saw was red, day in and day out for 3 years. And you know what the one thing was? The fact that Yahweh was going to bless it. I knew Yahweh was going to bless it. I didn't know when, I didn't know how, but I knew it was going to happen. And so today I reap the harvest of my patience and perseverance in my investment. Shiba Inu has yielded a bountiful harvest, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. As it is written, those who sow in tears shall reap in joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. So therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, I urge you to be patient and to hold fast to your investment. Do not waver, do not doubt, but instead stand firm on the rock of Yahweh and all his promises. And so I just want to say, this wealth transfer is so we can love our neighbor as ourselves. And the reason why I believe Yahweh has blessed me so much, and I say this because he's got 2 commands. Shall love the Lord your God with all you are, with all your being, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Because I wanted to be a blessing to everyone I met, Yahweh obviously blessed me. Because he sees my heart for the lost, he sees my heart for the poor, for the broken, for the needy. And so because he sees that, he can trust me. And what he's done is he's given me money before. What does the Bible say? To whom much is given, much will be required. And the one that has and is not faithful, he'll lose what he has. But because Yahweh saw he can give me a little bit and I was faithful with it, he could give me more and I was faithful with it. He gave me an inheritance and I was faithful with that. And obviously because Yahweh has seen me faithful, he can bless me with so much more. Yahweh knows, and I'm not boasting, but Yahweh knows I'm not covetous. I'm not a lover of money. I don't care about money. In fact, I despise money. But because we need it, not need it, but because in this world, that's what we need, right, to live our lives, then that's the only reason why I want it. Yeah, I don't need it, I want it. And so it's not bad to want it. You know why I want it? I want it so I can do good to everyone I meet. I want to be able to change Mount Druitt financially and be a blessing to my city. But yeah, that's it. So I just want to say, that's all I want to say really. I just want to say, look, if you're holding on to Shiba Inu, be patient. Do I believe it's going to hit 1 cent? Of course I do. Am I an advocate for 1 cent? Of course I am. I just want to say, 1 cent by the power of Yahweh can and will happen. But what you need to do is you need to be patient. Even if it doesn't come this run, continue to hold your peace and continue to be patient. Because what your patience is doing, it's helping you to not make rash decisions, and it's going to help you in the long run. And what's going to happen is it's going to build your faith. The more you're patient, the more you're waiting, the more strong your faith will get. I know Yahweh can bless my investment. I know Yahweh can do whatever he wants with my crypto investment, and he keeps blessing it. Every single day I'm in the market, he keeps blessing it. And obviously we're in a bull run now, so this is the perfect time. Obviously, this is the perfect time to make great gains. But anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for rocking with the channel. This is the new improved Crypto Shady videos. We're really going to come and we're really going to help people with the things that really matter. Anyway, I don't want to take any more of your time, but I love you all so much. And this Apostle Jonathan, out.